Okie dokie. I'm not sure if we're live, but I think we're live. I don't know. Somebody let me know if you can see us. Let me know. I have no idea because apparently there's a little bit of a lag when you go live. So I'm just going to pray. Yes, we are live. I can see that people are on now. Hello. Welcome to Get Wet with Marla. We are in a brand new set. Yay! And I have a very special guest with me, Joanna. Hello.
Hi.
All right. And if this is your first time tuning in, let me just say hello. My name is Marla. So thank you for watching. All right. So first things first, before we even dive into some hot, juicy topics, I just want to know, Joanna.
Yes.
What do you think about the new set? Are you upset that we're not in the bubble bath, or are you totally enjoying this new sort of pool party?
No, I love this new set. This is amazing. It's so much fun.
Yay! Yay!
I can stay in here all night.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's really nice, right? Thank you so much. I'm so excited. So we have so much to talk about. Just quickly, we have John is saying you're live, but there's a 1 minute lag. Thank you for letting us know. And Nikki, you're live. Hi, ladies. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. So listen, I always like to let everybody know, thank you so much for watching. And every episode, after every episode, people are always writing me different, hey, can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? I have so many topics that we need to get to. I swear to God, we could be doing this show until 3027. It's crazy. So I will get to every topic. Do not worry. But tonight, the first thing I want to start with, in a relationship or when you are meeting somebody, I want to talk about red and green flags.
Ooh, that's a good one.
All right. Yeah, it is a good one, right? How many of you actually look for these? Do you look for red flags? Do you look for green flags? And what are they to you? So, Joanna, let's start with you. Tell me, is there one main red flag that you're just oh, hell no?
My one main red flag is if a guy or girl, if you're a guy dating a girl, anybody who badmouths their ex.
Yes. Now, are you
huge red flags?
Are you somebody who is friendly with your exes? Is that okay with you, or do you close the door and you're not friends anymore?
No, I'm friendly. I wouldn't say best friends, but
right.
I'm friendly with
okay.
exes. But even if it was a bad relationship, I would never talk bad about that person.
Right.
So
no,
to me, that's a red flag.
I agree. I totally agree. Mm-hmm. I also think when you said I'm friendly with all my exes as well, although I wouldn't say best friends like you, I would think that's also a red flag. If they're too close, too much besties, I want somebody to be cordial. I want somebody to be friendly. But if you're best friends, oh, hey, I'm going to hang out with my ex and we're going away for the weekend and we're going to, it's oh my God, what? No, that's, no. What about you out there? Are there any red flags that you just will not put up with? I will say for me personally, one of the biggest red flags for me, and I think it's because I'm traumatized because I have been through this, the second cell phone.
Yes.
Right?
Sneaky.
Why in the world do you need a second cell phone? Are you some major businessman where you have so much stuff going on? No, it's because you have so much other extracurricular activity of women going on that I don't want to be in a relationship like that. I am totally fine with you saying to me, you know what, Marla, I'm not into this anymore. I would like to go on and move on to another lady. Good. Go, please, by all means, go be with somebody else. I'm not the cat's meow for you. Go meow it up with somebody else, right? I do not like dishonesty. I do not like being cheated on. And I just feel that second cell phone is just the gateway to disaster. Yes. Nikki's saying when they say all exes are crazy. Yeah. Yes. All your exes are not crazy. No. Okay? There's one common denominator in all of your exes. I'm guessing they don't all know each other. And the one common denominator is you. Yes. That is correct. All right. John is saying, I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question. Could you repeat the question? I don't understand the question. The question was, John, we're talking about red and green flags. So when you're in a relationship or you meet somebody or you're dating, what are your red flags? your no-goes. Okay, I am not going to put up with that. That is something that I just do not like. That I hope that answers your question. Now, do you have any, let's just, we'll get back to red flags because that's a whole endless conversation. Are there any green flags that you like?
Oh, I would say gosh, this is a tough one.
Right?
Because you don't really think about green flags so much. You're always looking I think most people are always looking for like the worst or digging for something bad.
Everybody always wants to find the worst in somebody, right?
Yeah.
Always, or just in life. Everyone's always looking for negative.
Keeping a lookout for the red flags. But I would say a green flag to me would be just a good relationship with his family.
Yes, I agree. A good relationship with the mom, especially.
Yes.
But absolutely, a good relationship with the family is important. Another John is saying when the last 5 guys they dated were narcissists. Well, that happens, and I would say that the guys would say that the women are narcissists too. I think that everybody uses that term very, very loosely. Yeah. I think that that's become, if you don't get along with your ex, suddenly they're a narcissist. But some really are, and some just are to you.
But I think that goes hand in hand with talking bad about an ex.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just talking about men just because I'm a woman who dates men. But if you're a guy dating a girl who says that every man she's dated has been a narcissist, that's equally as the talking crap about them. So I think that's
every one of them. Yes.
Because unless you've dated a true narcissist, you really don't know what dating a narcissist is really like. So
yeah.
I think that term is, like you said, thrown around too.
It's thrown around a lot. Let's see. Nikki's saying show actions over just words. Yes, that is a great green flag. Yes. I think that, if you can know how somebody feels about you based on what they are doing and based on things that they are like showing you, that's great. Because it's so easy, right? To be like, I love you.
Yeah.
And you don't really mean it, right? I've definitely been in those types of relationships, and that's like the worst,
Yes.
when something is like all words and no action. Like I hate that.
Yes.
I hate that. So that's a great green flag. Let's see. John is saying every flag is the color of red. I don't understand. There's a different colored flags. I mean, you are not crazy here. What? Another John. Gotta watch Pit for the red flags. Those are the ones that will hurt you. Gotta watch Pit for the red flags. What is Pit?
Yeah, what
is
that?
That? As in Brad? As in Brad Pitt? We have to watch Brad Pitt for the red flags? He's not a red flag. He's kind of cute,
Yeah,
Brad Pitt.
cute.
He's cute. He seems like a fun little actor. And that comes to my next thing that I really want to talk about is, do you go into relationships, or when you're like, going on a dating app, or you meet somebody at a bar or the grocery store, or just a friend you were introduced, whatever that is, do you go in with a list? Do you have a checklist? Like things that are important to you that you are looking for or are not looking for when you're in a relationship? What do you think?
So me personally, I do not go into a list, but I kind of study them without them knowing that I'm studying them. So I'll pick up on little words or actions, and I haven't always been on top of my intuition. Trust me, I've made mistakes. I've skipped over red flags before.
As we all have.
And anyone watching that knows me knows that I have, but
we all have.
But I take that as a learning experience. So now I just kind of observe and watch.
Okay. Yeah. So I never have a checklist either. There's things I know I don't like, but I don't go in, like a lot of my girlfriends and guy friends alike will have literally a list and check it off. And it's like, if you're not on this list, like you're out, out like trout. Mm-hmm. But for me, people used to always say, well, then what are you looking for? Because people ask, right? Like people will ask, like, well, what are you looking for? And I would always say the same thing.
Oh, what do you say?
I'm looking for the man that makes me not want to date another man.
So whenever a man asks me what I'm looking for, I say, show me who you are, and I'll tell you if that's what I'm looking for.
I like that. Very similar concepts, right? Because it's like, it's a feeling, on paper, everybody could look great, right. It's on paper. You could see, you read a profile, you see a picture, you go on a first date, and of course everyone's on their best behavior. But when it really comes down to the nitty gritty, people change. And that's when all of the flags start raising, and it becomes this whole, every country is raising a flag.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We got a lot of comments here. Let me try to get back to this. Okay, John is saying less than 5% of the population are narcissists. Okay. Good. Well, I guess some of us have dated less than 5% of the population. Okay, Nikki is saying, sometimes I have a list. It looks good. I mean, listen, everybody should know what they want or what they like. You know, it's not worth anybody's time going into something like really willy-nilly. I don't think that you should exclude somebody or like be on like a hunt for a certain thing because you never really find what you're looking for. It kind of shows up.
Right.
But I do think that it's important to know, you know, what turns you on or what turns you off. You know, you don't want to waste a whole bunch of time if something isn't going to work out. So if you know that you don't like X, Y, and Z, and all they have all over them is X, Y, and Z, don't start it. You know, you're just leading to heartbreak. John saying his list has 13 items. That's a healthy list.
That is a healthy
That's
list.
a healthy checklist. Very good. All right,
Healthy
that's good. And John said, that's cheesy, Marlikins. Okay, I'm cheesy now? Great. It ain't easy being cheesy. Nikki is saying you have to take your time getting to know each other. Do not rush into a relationship. Oh my gosh, yes. Let's talk about that for a while. Now, so many times, and tell me if you feel this way, so many times you go on, let's just even call it a first date.
Yes.
It's magical. It's like the best date you've ever been on. And all of a sudden, you're like eating dessert and you're already like boyfriend and girlfriend, right? It's like somehow this happened that you've only been on one date. You really don't even know each other. I don't even know the middle name of this person. And suddenly we're in a committed relationship and we're going to Colorado next week. What? Like, how? What? But like, have you ever found yourself in that, like where you just jump too fast to like 0 to hero?
Yep. I've definitely been there.
And how do you feel? Does that ever work out for you?
Nope.
No. No. Because as quick as you start something is as quick as it's going to end.
Right.
And you always think it's going to be different this time.
And I think it's like what you said earlier, like people put on a facade, not a facade, but like a mask when you first meet each other. You're not really your true self. You're trying to show them your best self. But then if you rush into things and you're in that honeymoon phase for too short of a time, then when the real you comes out, then
it's a problem.
it is a problem.
It's a problem. So yeah, it's very, very important.
That
And
love bombing.
because it is the love bombing.
Yeah.
And it feels amazing. Like when you're in it, you're like,
Yep.
it's like a shower of rose petals just like flowing all over your body. But really, it's the thorns. It's the stems. They're just chucking them at you. It's no bueno. Okay, we have another John saying, no one will ever give you anything that you aren't already giving yourself. You have to know yourself, love yourself. There's a little bit more, but I can't see it right now. I will get to it later. But yes, you're absolutely right. It is really hard to find anything if you are not happy with yourself. You can't be happy with someone else until you are happy with yourself.
That's true.
And I think that a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everybody's always trying to like please the other person. They're trying to, you know, and they can't figure out why the relationship isn't working. But like, if you're not happy with yourself, you're never going to make it happy with another person. Nikki's saying, been there. It ends up toxic. It does. Myrna Taryn, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for watching. So if you're just tuning in, again, we are talking about red and green flags. We are talking about checklists in a relationship, what works, what doesn't. So by all means, chime in if you have anything that you'd like to add to that. Getting back to the thing of like, you know, going, what is this? Hi girls, neat background. Oh, thank you. It's our new set. We're not in the bubble bath anymore. We are now, it's like a pool party.
It is a pool party.
It's a pool party.
Fun pool party.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at our little friends.
We have our friends.
Hi. Yeah, it's fun in here. They're just chilling. They're enjoying the little ride. We got little emoji balls, all different ones. They're all over the place. Yeah, it's fun in here. And it's hot. I'm like sweating. Are you hot? It's hot. This is like a hot tub, you know, this is hot. So nobody has to worry about it being so cold out that we're freezing our little tootsies off, which was actually, I was nervous about that. Because I was like, oh my God, we're going to freeze on Friday night. Like, how am I going to get in the jacuzzi? It's going to be so cold. But it's really beautiful. It's really nice. So what was I just saying? I had like an amazing thing that I was going to blurt out. And then I read a comment and now this reminds me of the podcast I do about the hamster never stops because my brain goes so quickly I can't ever like catch up.
Red and green flags.
Red and green flags. Yes, red and green flags. Oh, I know what it was. I was going to mention again about starting a relationship like too soon.
Oh, yes.
When you're with somebody, And again, it like just seems like it's so perfect. It's so this, it's so that. You really never know somebody, I feel, until you go away with them. And I don't mean like spending the night at their house or them spending a night at your house. I mean going away on a vacation with them. You're in a hotel room. You're in somewhere. You're in a
road trip.
A road trip. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, road trips.
Yeah.
That's really when you find out, right? Everybody acts different. Now, like, I am somebody, now let's get a little personal here for a second. I am somebody that, like, if I'm away with someone, I have no problem, like, going to the bathroom with, like, like somebody, they're like, oh, I gotta go pee, I gotta go, whatever. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? But, like, the what's it called? Like, the state of the bathroom that they leave it in is a huge thing for me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I'm all about clutter. It's totally fine. I don't love it, but like, it happens, right? You can leave stuff in the sink, this and that. But like, it has to be clean. Clean clutter if it's going to be clutter. I prefer to not be clutterish, just saying, putting it out there. But like, the state of the bathroom has to be nice, you know? And that's, you know. Have you had some bad road trips?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who hasn't?
Yeah.
Who hasn't had a bad road trip? Wait a minute, let's see. No one is worried about the... nobody watching this is worried about the temperature of the room. Let me tell you that. Oh. Well, I'm glad. Thank you for letting us know. I'm glad you're not worried. I'm more worried about my bathing suit sliding over. Please let me know if there's a wardrobe malfunction.
It'll really be hot.
Yes,
yeah.
it'll be real. I know.
Check mine too, periodically.
I have to keep checking. Yeah. No, seriously. The other day I was like doing a photo shoot, and I was like, oh my god! Like, can nobody tell me there's like a nipple coming out? Like, hello? Tell me to tuck it back in. What kind of party is this? Jeez. Anyway, yeah. So yes. So road trips and traveling. What is it about that? Why does that bring out such the devils in people? Why?
I think because traveling can be stressful. It could be, you know, you're out of your element, you're out of your comfort zone, and I think that can show somebody how another person reacts to being uncomfortable. Because let's face it, relationships sometimes can get uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy when it is comfortable, but when it's uncomfortable, it's not so easy.
That's right. That's right. We have Keith saying, no floaters left in the toilet. Never. Yeah. Flush the toilet. I mean, that's like, you know.
Unless it's a toilet malfunction, it's not their fault.
Right. Then it's okay. Then it's okay. Then you can like laugh about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, let's not like celebrate like, oh, I had to go see the score of the game, so I didn't have time to flush the toilet. What?
2 seconds to flush.
2 seconds. All right. We have Steve saying it's different for people our age versus younger people. LOL. True. John is saying, meeting you two look amazing. Thank you so much, John. That's very sweet. Jay is saying, red flag, habitual lateness to everything. I'm dating someone like that now, and it's about to be a deal breaker. Oh my God. Well, I hope that she's watching and knows that, because we don't, you know, sometimes people don't realize how important time is. Like, I know that I have lost friends over because I didn't want to keep waiting. We'd have dinner plans at like 6. They'd show up at 7:30.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't listen. I get it. There's traffic, especially I was living in LA. So I get it. There's traffic. You know what I mean? Okay, you'll be 20 minutes late. Fine. You know.
Sometimes things happen.
Sometimes
things
things happen.
That's a problem.
Yes. And when it's hours or even more than 30, 45 minutes, give me a break. That's just disrespect. And I'm like, listen, I get it. You think your time is so much more valuable than mine. Please go enjoy your time with somebody else then. I can't afford you.
Yes.
Like, your time is too expensive for me. I'm done. I'm out. Peace out, homie. So you should tell her, Jay, that's like an important thing, because that's really disrespectful, especially if you're courting this woman and you're taking her out and treating her nicely. No.
Yeah.
Show up on time.
That's a red flag.
That is a total red flag. I agree. Should we do one more green flag?
Yeah.
I think let's each do one more green flag. Okay. Give me one more green flag for you.
Ooh, green flag. I would say not having a bad temper. And I could probably elaborate on that a little bit more. I guess it goes hand in hand with like the vacation thing. Like, if something's a minor inconvenience and someone flies off the handle, that's a red flag for no. Not having that temper is a green flag to me. Like, if your dinner's late and your date doesn't, you know, cause a scene with the waiter or waitress, to me that's a green flag.
I hate the opposite. Like,
Yes,
I
I hate
cannot
that
stand anyone who's like rude to service staff. Like,
Yes.
oh my God, I cannot stand that. Roberta's saying, I can't stand rude. Me too. Especially like when you just said, if somebody like doesn't fly off the handlebar at a waiter or a waitress, a server, like, yeah, if anyone, I don't understand. Like, I've been with people where literally I was like apologizing to the server, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I have no idea, I don't know who this person is, like, I'm like dying, I was embarrassed. Roberta's saying, I love honesty. Me too. I would say that my green flag is somebody who is honest and can communicate, like, who has communication and is honest. Like, I don't want somebody to paint a fairy tale picture for me of how my life is going to be if that's not really how the life is going to be. Right. I want to know up front, look, this is the crap we're dealing with. This is the things we're going to have to put up with. There's poop on the shoe. There's, okay, great. Like, at least I know what I have to deal with. But if I have these like rose-colored glasses on and I'm thinking everything is going to always be like amazing. Oh, did I just like, I almost tipped over one of our friends. And I think everything is going to be amazing. It's going to be a really rude awakening when it's not.
It's true.
So I'd rather know up front. So anyway, Joanna, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for Sex Ed Trivia!
Yay!
Oh, but before we do that, Nikki is saying being able to openly communicate when there is an issue. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying, girl. It's 100%. It is so important. I always say this, and I feel like I've said this in every episode. Communication in relationships and dating is number one. That is the most important thing. Like, and it's right up there with honesty, obviously, but they go hand in hand. Like, you have to be able to communicate, you have to be able to say what you're feeling, what you want, and all that good stuff. Right. And now, with that said, it's time for Sex Ed Trivia. So let me get my little book. Hold on. Now, don't cheat. You can't read the answers. All right. Here we go. So for everybody, if this is just your first time tuning in, at the end of each episode, we like to play a little game of Sex Ed Trivia. So I asked some questions to my guest, who is Joanna today, and to you guys, the Peanut Gallery. You will be Team Peony, and Joanna, you will be Team Vagini. Okay, great. That was so Vanna White of you. I love it. That was great. All right. So here we go. Oh no, this is crazy. What is the percentage of American singles who have had sex on the first date? Now, keep in mind, this is American singles. This is not, younger people, older people. It's all people, okay? So don't try to think like generational. When you're coming up with your percentage, put everybody into that pot, okay? So what do you think? What is the percentage of American singles who have had sex on the first date? What do you think? What do you think out there? Give me a percentage of people that you think have had sex on the first date. And this is not in Europe, this is in America, and no cheating. Don't go Googling this. I'll know if you cheat. I know, I can smell a cheater. So don't cheat. Don't cheat. All right, so what do you think, Joanna?
I'm going to say 30%.
30%. And how did you come up with that number?
Just a guess.
Just a guess.
I would say, just because a lot of people I know do have sex on the first date.
Yeah, especially more now.
High, but I don't think it's lower than that.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
Jay is saying 40%. Roberta is saying 47%. Okay, so those are a little bit higher. Yeah. Joanna said 30%. I will tell you, like I mentioned before, depending on what generation you are in, and depending on what generation you're thinking of, the percentages vary. Yeah. They really do vary. But Steve is saying 55%. That's pretty high. Nikki is saying 70%. My goodness, there's a lot of sex going on in Nikki's world. Wow, that's crazy. Lucky people. Mary Jane is saying 20%. Okay, so on the low side, very good. All right, well, I will tell you, everybody was a little bit close. If you were close to saying what Joanna said, then you were very close. It is 34 to 35%. Okay. Of American singles. And it's because, if you were like a millennial or a Gen Xer, it was higher, for sure. It was definitely higher. Yeah. The baby boomers are lower. It's a lower percentage. Yeah. And obviously, this always shows up in studies. The difference between men and women, men is always going to be a little bit higher too. It's 60.6% of men have had sex on the first date and 43% of women of that group have had sex on the first date. Okay, so now, sticking to that, oh my God, John said 90%. What? Kim said 38%. Kim, you did good. You did good. All right, so what is the percentage of those singles who had sex on the first date that actually entered into a relationship after that, right? So what is the percentage of people who have had sex on the first date that actually entered into a relationship? What do you think that
I'm going to
is?
say 60%.
60%? You think 60% of people that had sex on the first date entered into a relationship?
Yes, because I don't necessarily think sex on the first date is a bad thing.
Okay. And what would make you, like, what is it about, and I'm not saying it is a bad thing, but what is it, like, what would make you say, you know what, yeah, let's do it? Like, what would have to happen to make all the stars align to have sex on the first date?
Chemistry, making sure all those red flags didn't happen on the first date.
Which is funny because we just discussed
You
how
can always walk away even if you have sex with the person on the first date. You know,
Right.
if things come out afterwards. But
yeah.
I
Well, you
would
could always
say-
walk away anyway.
Now, I'm not saying people enter in relationships like the day after the first date, but I think I've done it. I know a lot of people that have gone into relationships with people that have had sex on the first date. So I think that it could work.
Okay, good. We have Roberta saying 10%. Jay is saying, I'd say about half. Mary Jane is saying 45%. Okay, great. And I will tell you that the percentage of singles who have had sex on the first date that entered into a relationship is only 26%.
Oh, I was way off.
So do you know what that means? That just means that everyone just had sex and went home and, like, went out the next night with somebody else. Like, nothing happened. Okay. Wow. Must have not been good. I don't understand.
I don't know.
Because I would have thought it was much higher too. Because it's like, especially if the sex was good. Like, if you're gonna do it, why not do it again?
Right.
Right? That's how I kind of feel. Right? John is saying 5%. 5%. Oh my goodness. The other John, alcohol and loneliness. Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Nikki is saying 16%. All right, very good. All right, so everyone's kind of on. You guys were a little on the low side there. That's pretty. That's good. All right, here we go. This is kind of funny. This is kind of keeping up to what we discussed earlier in the show, okay? It's the list versus reality, okay? We were talking about like the checklist, right? When you have like a checklist and when you're meeting somebody. So what is the percentage of people in relationships, okay? So this is people that are currently in relationships. What is the percentage of people in relationships that admit their partners do not meet their checklist, okay? So, even when they first met them, they did not meet the criteria on their checklist. What is the percentage of people in relationships that admit that the people that they are in relationships with now did not meet their criteria on their checklist?
I'm going to say 10%.
10%. Okay. So, Joanna is thinking that everybody that's in a relationship is with somebody that met on all the criteria. So, that's a very low percentage. No, high percentage. Wait. Hold on. What is the percentage of people in relationships that admit that their partners did not? Oh yeah, that's a high. So that's high. You think most relationships are of couples that really matched up with their checklist? Yes.
No, isn't the question the opposite?
The question is, what's the percent? Are you guys as confused at home? Steve's saying 75% of friends of mine would say they have sex on the first date. Wow, okay. Laura's saying 18%. Roberta's saying 50%. Laura's saying 65%. Jay is saying, ugh, no idea. John, is the partner present for the question? What? No. The partner is not present for the question. The question is, what is the percentage of people in relationships that admit their partners did not meet their...
So I think a low amount of people admit it.
So you think a low amount of people admit it. So only 10% of people admit that their partners did not meet their initial criteria. Got it. Okay. Steve is saying 35%. All right. Very good. I will tell you, this is crazy, right? And I'm not making up this number. This is crazy. Nikki is saying 12%. So she's also on the low end like you. Yeah. So a lot of people are picking these really low numbers, which would mean that most people are in relationships with people that met their criteria on their list. I will tell you that the percentage of people in relationships that admit that their partner did not meet the criteria on their list is 97%.
Ooh, way off. Well, no, I guess that could be true because I think a lot of people settle.
A lot of people do settle. They do settle.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people do settle. But that's a whole other topic, and we do not have time. But Joanna, I want to say thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I had so much fun.
I'm so glad you'll have to come back again.
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Whenever you want.
I love it. Good. We'll have you back again. And, please, everybody out there, thank you so much for watching. And please, don't forget to keep writing me suggestions of like what you want us to talk about. I will get to everything. I know I have like a ton of topics I need to get to that I'm trying to knock them off each week, but it's hard. But keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. And also let me know if you want to be a guest. There's plenty of room now in this jacuzzi. So I can't wait to see you next time. And keep an eye out on the page. Keep an eye out on Marla Life because we may be changing the day. So I may do a poll to see like, would you guys rather have it on hump day on Wednesday or do you like Thank Jacuzzi It's Friday? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And again, thanks for watching Get Wet with Marla. Thanks, Joanna.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Now I got to figure out how to turn it off. I never know how to do this. Oh, here. Look how sweaty I am. All right, here we go.